how is it? Is there a challenge in integrating new features? Like if you're integrating, I was on your website, like the advanced camera system with the AI powered reporting. Um, Trying to integrate that into a new system, is that like how much time does that take? If you from the point A to point B to say, this is something clients are wanting, we're hearing about it, we want to deliver this to the market, to actually on clients are onboarding this. What is that process like?
I think that it's it's internal, so it's not as hard. I think for us, we're developing those products sometimes a year in advance
Mm,
and going through internal testing, and then starting introducing it to a few clients for beta testing. We do a lot of integration with our customers or with third parties. That can take a little bit longer. But in reality, for us, it's all about planning. So if we get a client request, we really want to look at that request not for the client, but for the product. And
mm.
how can we make this, if one person needs it, it's probably that, there's other people could use that as well. So how do we make this so it's product centric and we can get more value from it? There are times where a client needs a specific thing for their business. And that's where we differ from a lot of our competitors because we will build that for them. But we're also going to try to make it so it does fit for others and still meet their needs.
And I think I'd add to that is, a lot of the technology we have and a lot of functions, customers may take advantage of all of it, or
Mm.
sometimes they're not ready for some of it, right? Like I'll give you a specific example. We'll work with companies that, are dealing with unions or dealing with their own internal legal requirements and so on. And they may tell us, okay, so those are good features. We're glad to know you have them, but we're not quite ready for them. We're going to look at this next year or the year after, and then as we enhance those things and we keep them informed of where it's at, they come to us and say, okay, we have this request internally that came in. We need a specific feature. I'll give you an example: stop sign detection, right? So our
Mm.
system can detect if a driver runs a stop sign. You know, some folks really make a lot of use of that. Others, they're like, that's interesting, but we don't need that just yet. So we will deploy those based on our clients' needs at the appropriate time.
Out of these, sort of walking through these, so I see the fleet management, the in-cab video with AI. What is sort of is there a central one though? Like the fleet management, is that sort of where everybody starts and then they add on? Or are some people just going, they want the GPS telematics?
Yeah. I think at this point, a lot of folks are really interested in cameras, and
Yeah.
we're seeing it here at the show. We're talking to everyone, and what they're telling us is, yeah, we're already tracking our trucks through GPS, but the big thing that we need is video.
Yeah.
So when you come in, when you work in an organization and that's not in your company today, you're going to get a lot of pushback, right? And people come and say, well, but then you got the whole privacy thing and Big Brother's watching and so on. But we really explain to folks that our systems are there as a driver tool, not necessarily to see what they're doing, but they're a driver tool, right? And there's been countless stories of our customers that will tell you we have exonerated people from accidents that weren't necessarily their fault, or we
Right.
had proof that someone actually did a certain action. So it's not just to the driver, just not
Mm.
not just up to the driver, right? To have their words against someone else's. They have proof. They can check it. They can check the video. I was there. No, I did not side swipe your fence when I pulled in and delivered something or picked up something. So once folks come in and start understanding all the benefits, there's ton more that they gain as well. You have the liability of video, right? You can just always run back the footage and see exactly what happened. But then when you start adding that AI layer into a camera where you have in-cab coaching, you can let the driver know, please don't be on your phone, please wear your seatbelt, please follow the speed limit. There's many other departments from benefit from that kind of information.
Yeah, and I'll add in there, we've seen it when you start with just GPS tracking 10 years ago, like that was, people were just amazed by that. Like, this is,
Yeah.
oh, I can see where my trucks are. Oh, there's a hard break. Like, what was that driver doing? And then you realize it really opened up more questions. What were they doing?
What were they
We
doing?
don't
Yeah.
know. Is that driver really a poor driver? Things like that. We don't know all the situational awareness around that. And then we moved into video. And with forward facing video, it was like, oh my gosh, this is 100 times better than just telematics, right? We still have the telematics GPS tracking, but now we can see where that truck was. And then we started seeing incidences where there's things happening and you have an accident where a truck rolls over and it's like, well, what was happening in the cab? And so you thought you had the full story again with GPS to start, and then with forward facing video. And then you add in the driver facing video, and now you can see full circle and understand all what's going on, but you're still looking at things retroactively. Everything is sort of after the fact. And now with the machine vision AI capabilities, we can try to help those drivers in real time to avoid some unsafe conditions.